Hello and welcome to today's episode. We are going to talk about understanding the effect of fear of abandonment in a relationship, how it affects us, and the choices we make, and how to set our boundary. I read an article recently about fear of abandonment. It says fear of abandonment at its core, it is the type of fear that makes a person disconnect from their own needs, feelings, and values to connect with someone else. It is shocking. It is shocking, but it is a reality. Fear of abandonment makes you neglect your own needs, your own feelings, your own values, to keep peace with everybody else. It starts early in childhood. If you grew up with a narcissistic parents, both or either of them, or in a neglectful family, emotionally unavailable, you have learned that you are loved only when you are useful. So in childhood, as survival mechanism, the child learned that it was my fault. The child blamed themselves for what happened. So it is my fault that my parent is not available or not loving me, so I can fix this myself. We turn into fixing. Well, that role for narcissist parents, it served them. Narcissistic parents, they benefit from control. They do not believe in autonomy. So they fed that fear of abandonment. They praised you each time you complied, and when you refused, you were punished harshly. Their harsh criticism, it all fed the fear of abandonment. So you grow up disconnected from your own feelings, needs, and values. Fear of abandonment says, my needs don't matter. Fear of abandonment is a lie. So understanding how fear of abandonment operates subconsciously or unconsciously, and how it affects us, our body, and our choices, how we interpret reality, is very essential to start healing, or to help ourselves heal, to reconnect again with our own needs, feelings, and values. It is not wrong, or it is not unhealthy to choose or prioritize your own needs. In fact, it is healthy to choose your own needs first before anybody's expectation. So unlearning fear of abandonment, or overcoming fear of abandonment, requires to know how it operates, to be conscious, to start being conscious. Like somebody not answering your message, does it make you feel that it is your fault? Maybe, what did I do wrong? Are they mad at me? Did I upset them? Did you start into overthinking, like your past experiences with that person, your last meeting, if you had said something? That is fear of abandonment. So to be aware is to educate yourself how it affects you, and to see it when it is happening. To be aware is to notice those feelings. When you are feeling those feelings, often there is a judgment. We want to avoid that discomfort, that pain. Fear is uncomfortable, so we tend to comply to avoid the discomfort and the pain. But it can be overcome, that fear, you can overcome it by creating internal emotional safety. Knowing and seeing fear of abandonment as an intruder, as an enemy, internal enemy that do not deserve to stay in your territory. And so taking the power back, taking your power back, and changing your self-talk, shifting from judging yourself. There is often harsh critic, your mother, she was narcissist, she often used harsh words. The narcissists often, they throw blame, they are so toxic, they are abusive, they are disrespectful, they normalize dysfunction. So you have learned as a child that mistreatment was okay, it was normal. That somebody raises their voice, shouts at you, screams at you, treats you harshly in the name of correction, in the name of guidance, in the name of parenting, you thought it was normal. It isn't. It is not normal. It's unhealthy. It's sick. It's dysfunction. It is the hatred of your mother. It's the immaturity of your mother. It's her own projection of her fears onto you. So reclaiming your power, understanding how the fear of abandonment has been feeding on fear. Everything you have been doing, the giving, everything, the generosity, it has been coming out of fear. So you told yourself subconsciously, if I give more, if I comply more, if I neglect my own needs and help them, they will love me. And fear of abandonment is lie. The more you do that, the more people hurt you, the more disrespect you, and they walk away when you need them the most. So fear of abandonment is lie. It's an internal enemy. It only made you a resource to a narcissist. By understanding it and by being present for yourself when you are having these urges, these impulses to give, asking yourself, why do I want to give? Is it out of fear? Do I feel insecure? Am I afraid? Am I giving this because I feel that I have to give to be loved, or do I want to give, really? So prioritizing your own needs, having the self-talk that your needs matter the most, and silencing the harsh critic. The harsh critic on your head, the ego and the devil that feeds the ego. The ego benefits from you having fear of abandonment. The ego and the devil use fear of abandonment against you. You are insecure about being left because of the childhood trauma. You are insecure about being rejected. So you fear rejection. You fear abandonment. So the ego and the devil use them to make you comply, to neglect your own needs to meet the expectation of others. So recognizing that the ego is the enemy, that the voice in your head is the enemy, that you don't have to comply to it, that you can take your power back from it through God, by creating a healthy relationship with yourself, by validating your emotions, your feelings, by recognizing that all this time when you have been acting out of fear, it was not that you wanted to, but you were incapable of helping yourself. So now by growing the awareness, by educating yourself more about it, you can set boundaries, you can start saying no, it is healthy, and you disconnect from these people who benefit from you being afraid. People that are narcissistic and toxic relationships, unhealthy relationships, they thrive on control, on dysfunction. There is no reciprocity. So understanding the relationship dynamic you are in, is it as a people supportive, as a people do they believe in reciprocity? Do they offer equal support? Do they stand by your side when you need them? Do they gaslight you, or do they support you? Do they validate your emotions when they do wrong? Do they take responsibility, or they throw blame on you? So knowing the dynamic of the relationship you are in, and then making a choice, because now you prioritize your own need. Your own need for peace is priority over being accepted, being liked by other people. So by coming to terms with yourself that you have been operating from fear, from insecurity, and that now you can change everything. You can take your power back, face the fears, the insecurities that were making you neglect your needs. So now you can fearlessly, you can prioritize your own needs. So your peace is a need. These people in relationship you are in, if they are dysfunctional, you remove them from your life. Because dysfunctional people, they operate on making you responsible, on blaming you for the damage they cause. They will normalize every hurt they cause on you. They make you insensitive. They make you tolerate abuse, disrespect. So you need to remove them, because these are not your people. It could be your mother, sadly, or your father, but in life we don't get to choose who becomes our parent. It's part of our journey. It's part of our the development of our psyche. acknowledge that it is a divine plan, that you have to go through what you went through, and have a connection with God and take back your power. Overcome fear of abandonment by understanding how it operates, by being present for yourself and choosing to prioritize your own needs, and also silencing that harsh critic. That harsh critic, it often came with fear of abandonment. Every time you complied, you were praised, but when you refused, you were criticized. You were never treated with respect. Each time you reacted, you were called rude girl or rude boy. You were not allowed to express your own needs. So now, it's all a work of the inner work is all about reversing the script. The script that you were handed was to control you. It was meant to make you, to turn you into a resource that benefits the narcissist, that benefits everybody else while leaving you depleted. So now taking back your power, so you are in control and you make choices to give or not to give from your own needs first meeting. You first prioritize your own needs and you choose which relationships you will stay in and which ones you will not tolerate, which treatment you accept and which one you do not accept. That is setting your boundary. If you found this video helpful, for more like this, subscribe, like and share. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.